life every day. We wake up programmed to get that paper, go slaving. What's the play, bruh? Oh, you trying to buy a house? And what you say, sis? Oh, you trying to screw him now? Yeah, y'all talking about. You don't even know, just tune into that television. Let them lie to us, now we living out they vision. Man, it's twisted, not to mention niggas screaming they be woken every way. Hand out, waiting for a semi for the play. But who am I to say how the game is played? Conscious conversate, that's what we having today. Maybe we can elevate and find some better ways. The choice is yours, cause either way, I'ma say.
So, this is my disclaimer. All this shit is alleged. These are my factual opinions. I don't believe anything I'm saying. So, you can go argue with yourself in the comments. Peace. This is the Elephant in the Room Factual Opinion Podcast. They call me Carlo, aka Lou Morningstar. And I also have my unofficial co-host along with me again.
What's up? It's your girl London Taj here with you today again on the Elephant in the Room. What it do?
Man, you know we supposed to be eating pork, barbecue, real shit right now. Firecrackers off, get fucked up. But we here.
But we are here.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
That what's up, man.
Feeling amazing. How you feeling?
Pretty fair.
Pretty
How to
fair.
get it works.
On this great day of independence.
The red, white, and the blue.
The red, white, and blue. God bless America.
So, I follow a lot of so-called conscious people on social media, and somebody posted a meme that resonated with me personally. So before we get started, I want to share this. It says, today I finally realized something that made me extremely happy to realize. There is absolutely no point in trying to save absolutely nobody. Everybody's timeline is already pre-written. Everybody's not going to make it. Everybody's not supposed to make it. Some people were put here in this realm as earth filler. You cannot tell earth filler to fulfill prophecy when they only live for profit and not the prophet. Today I have officially decided to stop worrying about this earth. Thank you. And I wish the best luck to everyone, even those who don't wish the same for me. So, with that being said, I ain't doing this podcast shit no more. Fuck this shit. I don't see no purpose in it.
Really?
Because y'all niggas gonna be who y'all niggas gonna be. Nah, I'm just bullshitting. But yeah.
Like, oh my God, I wasn't ready. No.
But with that being said, we gonna get into the distractions. We gonna get into what everybody talking about right now.
What is everybody talking right now? The Hawks?
Bill Cosby.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Bill.
Really?
He got out, right?
Man, Felicia got in trouble for that.
I know. I was actually going to say something about that next.
Well, let me before we get into that, let me say this. I don't even know if the nigga really went to jail and shit. Because, you know, I don't trust none of this video, TV, nothing. So I'm going to say that. But we're going to get into sexual assault and rape is a sensitive subject. Because I know people personally that have been through some of that shit.
Yeah.
You know, we laugh and joke about shit, but it ain't funny to them.
It's not funny.
But I'm going to also say, everybody who got something to say about Bill and what kind of lifestyle he led and what he did sexually, you don't really know. You wasn't there. You know, we going off, you know, hearsay. So that's alleged. whether he was a sexual predator or not, you know. But we gonna get into, you know.
It's a lot of them out there. That's
Yeah.
a big elephant in the room, ain't it?
Well, the thing about it with his that specific case, it wasn't against the law. He didn't do nothing. He didn't break no law.
He didn't break a law?
He didn't break. He not sexually. Whatever he did, that ain't what they charged him with.
I haven't even looked into all of the details.
Well, both of the girls, well, the 5, I think, that somebody actually let say something for real, because it was a whole bunch of B2s. They said he gave them pills, and they took them. I remember back when ecstasy used to be the shit, right? We knew before we went so well what was going on though. That's why we was going.
Now that's deep.
So I don't want to sound insensitive, but bitch, you know what was going on with that shit, and to wait 30 years. So that's a red flag. They kind of say it ain't really about them bitches anyway. That's an easy. That's low hanging fruit. You feel me? That's easy to get people to jump on board and say he a monster, because don't nobody fuck with sexual predators and rapists and child molesters. So whatever the real reason they were fucking with Bill, you know.
So that could have just been a narrative that was put in place with actresses and a full-on production. It could have been. It's a
I'm gonna keep it even more funky with you. All those people are actually actresses. Literally. That's why they was around. So, to me, this whole world is a stage. Like, everything I see is a production. You know, celebrities get married, they have kids, none of that shit real to me. I see through all that shit. So, I don't know if y'all remember, the Orange dude had fired a whole bunch of motherfuckers on Capitol Hill and replaced them.
He did.
So, it's some new motherfuckers up there, right? And those are the people who overturned that case. Because the people who was in place when they did that to him was the same old crew that been throwing niggas on the bus forever. Orange dude get them out of there. They got new niggas in. They were like, y'all broke a law, cause he did a deposition for a civil case, and part of the deal was, I'm gonna tell y'all this for the civil case, and this is not to be used against me criminally. And since they ain't have no real evidence, cause none of us got no real evidence about shit happening. I don't know if he did or he did. I don't give a fuck either way. But I don't mean to sound similar to people who've been through that. But they went back and used the deposition anyway. That's against their law. But if the same people had been in place, it would have just been what it was. But since it's new people in place, they clean the house around that motherfucker. So that's one angle. And another angle, we can't sit here and act like Bill ain't no motherfucking gatekeeper.
A gatekeeper.
Allegedly.
So, I mean, there may be some viewers who don't know what a gatekeeper is.
Boule gatekeepers.
The boule is...
It's people who are chosen to search you at the door. Check your credentials before you come in the door. Whatever door that may be. Whatever club you try to get in. Like sororities and fraternities. You don't just get in, you gotta go through some shit. And it's the people you got to go through. And those will be your gatekeepers. But when we talking about the system that's in place right now, um, a lot of this shit is Masonic, and people use those Masonic principles in all walks of life. I mean, the average person got somebody. You know, if you meet somebody, you gonna ask somebody else like, you know them, you know, and check they shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Bill was one of those niggas, and he also was Cliff Huxtable on TV, right?
On TV.
And that show, along with A Different World, put in a lot of kids' minds that weren't thinking about going to college and shit. That, oh shit, I ain't, you know, I can go to college, which is a double-edged sword. Cause the system wants more slaves, but they don't want no thinkers.
The system wants more slaves.
So yeah, we want them to go to college so they can learn how to be a slave. But the fact that they watched that show and they thought about doing something it's a problem. Now you got thinkers on your hand. So Bill got into a position where he was trying to buy NBC. And he was there. But of course somebody didn't want him to have that because he has this image. And that image has a lot of influence.
Okay.
And positive influence on certain communities that we don't want positive influence in.
That's all the more reason for him to be able to purchase NBC.
Well, you got to understand that the media has been monopolized.
The media.
So
Ooh.
if the media is monopolized and everybody in media all are going by the same narrative, you can't here now come in and place your narrative, you know, that's contradictory to our narrative. You know, it don't fit in and we not finna compete with it. So we just not gonna let you in. So they've been doing things. You know, he went through some things like he lost his son. You know, we don't know if that had something to do with something. You know what I'm saying? But they thought he had the bread, probably.
They thought.
But he got some lead in South Carolina with some oil on it, and they want it.
Really? Bill Cosby
Yeah,
got some land with oil on it?
yeah. They been trying to get it. They been trying to build a pipeline. In their head, they gonna get it and build a pipeline. But he ain't coming off his shit. So, if allegedly he planned that game with them, I think somewhere along the line he got too big for his britches, and he had to be spanked. Cause you can't just kill him because they're too obvious. So you gotta
That's sinister.
throw him under the bus and spank him.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. So now that he out, we gonna see what he do. Cause they're gonna tell it all.
It's deep. Especially with the image that was painted of him
Well,
and the situation.
see, they trying to make sure now that Cliff Huxtable got dirt on his face. All the good shit that he was doing with the colleges and whatnot gonna get thrown out the window because now they overturned the case so the conviction don't stand. But now his face dirty that he's some kind of sexual predator. So who gonna listen to him now? He lost a lot of influence.
Yeah.
And that was the goal. See, so
Yeah, and a lot of people may not think about it that way. You know, focusing on.
A lot of people only know Bill Cosby, the character. They don't really know. Like back in the day, that nigga was on some woke shit back in the day. If you don't know, he was a woke nigga. He was one of the first. I want to say, the first black actor to be in a regular sitcom. I Spy. So you know,
I Spy.
He's a staple. And they need to target some of that, you know.
But for what reason?
For, man, the powers.
That's the crazy thing.
Influence is power, man.
Influence is power.
So if they can control.
That's what I was about to say.
The
so
narrative,
they control.
Man. If you got the influence, your narrative need to be our narrative. Because you have that influence that we don't have. And we let you in the club for your influence.
So, on a different standpoint, like people who go on social media and they put out their narratives, what does that mean for them? I'm wondering what the intention is. Is it to...
I mean, what people on social media?
It's so many different people. If
Just
you look
like,
on YouTube, if you look on Facebook, if you look on Instagram, it's so
like
many
people with a lot of influence, or just
people with a lot of influence. However, you know, they haven't did the Just Hilarious transition yet. You know, but they're knocking on the door. You know, Just Hilarious started out on social media.
Yeah. Oh, you mean like transition into mainstream?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I'm wondering, like.
Well, you got a lot of people out there saying, yeah, be free and shit like that. Then you got people like, that niggas is a sexual predator.
It's a lot of sexual predators out there.
I think
by the way,
it's a lot of people,
real talk.
It get twisted with the we glad Bill free shit. Because some of them not saying they glad that he got away with some fuck shit. They glad that the justice system is being exposed. And they saying hooray. The new people that's in office turned that shit over because it was wrong. And that's what a lot of people cheering for. Like, okay. Because we talk all this black shit, but white people can easily turn around and say, look what y'all do to y'all selves.
Yeah.
Like, I got issues with niggas now. See what I'm saying? Like, fuck. That's why it feel like, fuck this shit. Like, niggas gonna be niggas, man. People gonna be people.
People gonna be people.
But at the end of the day, you know.
That's that divide and conquer.
Yeah, that's... But for some reason, we don't understand that concept.
Yeah.
We can't get along long enough to beat the enemy. Like, nigga... Because I know for a fact, niggas go to prison and they were beefing on the street, but they from the same city. When they get there, though, they got to be homeboy. Because you need somebody. And we need each other. In every layer of this war. That's what's gonna kill everything is unity. That's, man, the reason the Susu and the pyramid thing schemes whatever don't work is because there's always somebody out for self.
Yep.
Because if everybody continue to do what they supposed to do together, everybody wins. So we can sit back and point the finger at the white man or the Jewish man and shit like that. But guess what they did? They stuck together whether they like each other or not. Enough to keep their foot on our neck, ain't
Enough.
Enough to do that. Enough to keep us distracted, ain't it? You know.
But that's what makes it so hard for us to get together and put in a certain amount of money into account and work that money so that it extends out into the community and recycles itself and keeps coming back?
Because that ain't the program that got downloaded to us.
Well, we need to figure it out. We need to go ahead and upgrade.
No, you got to stop going to the school that's downloading that program.
See, now, yeah, that right there is deep. That's a deep and twisted topic, because when it comes to people talking about education, looking at it from a different perspective other than what's been presented to them through the media and through their own experience in schools, then I mean you can't tell them that other side. But then educators are signed to confidentiality agreements. There are a lot of things
that what we hired shit for.
There are certain things that cannot be. It's really deep.
Sound like masonry to me.
Can't share it with the parents. Can't share it with the public. Certain things that go on in meetings, you cannot. And these are facts.
And you can pretty much bet if they got to hide some shit, it ain't good.
That's a big elephant in the room.
I mean,
that's a big elephant in the room.
That's just like it being in a relationship with somebody. You ain't necessarily lying to them, but you ain't telling everything. You ain't telling it because you know.
Because you know what?
You know you wrong.
You know you wrong.
Yeah, but you feel it's necessary to not tell them.
What's up with that, though, if you feel it's necessary?
Because certain things are necessary, even though everybody ain't going to agree on it. It's the necessary comes into what the goal is.
What the goal is.
The intention. What is the intention? So for me to reach my goal, this has to happen. You're not going to agree to it. I already know this, so I'm just not going to tell you because it ain't about you or me. It's about reaching the goal.
But the goal...
Ain't no feelings involved in reaching the goal.
But the goal has something to do with something or someone. If it's about reaching the goal, so then it really is about the person, right? Who's attempting to reach their goal.
Man, it's like working on knowledge of self is working on everybody.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
That's true.
So, of course, it got something to do with you and them, but sometimes, now I'm not saying I agree with how the school system, but if you take emotion out of it and look at it for what it is, it's kind of like survival of the fittest type shit, and it ain't about emotion. It's about you got to understand that if you're a threat to that, the survival of that's gonna try to live. It ain't mad at you. It don't dislike you. It just know it can't survive if you're there.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta go.
Like the ant mound where a road needs to be built.
Or a parasite in your body.
Ooh.
It just trying to live, baby, but you like, hey, you fucking up what I'm trying to do. You kill it. Right? You ain't mad at it. It didn't fuck your old band, you know what I'm saying? It's just not part of your narrative.
Not part of the narrative in the grand show.
So that's the program that we haven't downloaded into our generations, and I'm saying people with carbon in their skin, bronze tone people.
Downloaded.
Yeah, because your brain is a computer. You are a quantum computer. That's why they model computers after you. But if the kids will download it something different than do as I say,
Oh yeah.
different than this is all. You go to school, you graduate, you work, other than that, they don't teach you what to do. They don't teach you what to do with money and shit because they don't plan on you having it.
Ooh, now
it's
that's
about
deep.
keeping you in debt, which is slavery. Everybody out goddamn cooking barbecue and shit that weekend. Talking about independence.
Yes.
When ain't nobody free.
Ain't nobody free.
Everybody know what if you don't know what I'm talking about, do you know you have a straw man?
A what, man?
You have a twin, a straw twin.
Really?
Yeah. There is a you, but it ain't you, but it's still you. That it's all paper and numbers and everything you've done been.
Okay, like the credit, everything, yeah.
So when you go use your social security number, you pop up. In China, they already using it to see who you are. You can't work here if your credit ain't, if you ain't no good slave. Like, think about it.
You can't work here if you ain't no good slave.
Would you loan somebody money if you know they ain't good with it?
But see, when people go and apply for jobs, their perception is that they're earning their own money, and that's
the trick.
And that
it ain't never your money in the first place. See, the trick to getting out of the system is unity. Because if we get together and say we ain't spending their money, we gonna spend our own currency, and we gonna work together. They dead.
They dead. Ooh, that's deep. But it's so much division and conquering and.
Do you know why they fucking with these cryptocurrency niggas right now?
Why?
Well, for one, it's niggas running off with the money. But two, if me and you decide I'm gonna give you this phone for that water, that's our business, and ain't nothing, they don't get nothing out of it. And that's what cryptocurrency is. Untaxed. They don't know what I bought. They don't know if I bought.
Yeah.
It's my business. If they can't be in your business, it's illegal.
Ooh.
So they trying to charge these niggas with tax evasion. But tax evasion means you lie on your W-2s and shit. But you ain't filed no W-2 because you doing this. So how you lie? They just mad because they ain't in your business, in your pocket, in your booty hole.
Oh.
And that's their trick. So long as it's their money, you they slave.
As long as that, ooh, that's a big elephant in the room.
That's bottom line. So, God bless motherfucking America, nigga. Happy 4th of July and all that good shit. You feel me? Cause you a fool if you think you ain't.
What? You a fool if you think you ain't.
Man, if you think you free, go to Antarctica.
I'm going to tell you, anyone who is not inside of a physical building or structure that has prison somewhere on the outside of it on some type of sign, they are free.
Let me tell you something. These people built the prison that you don't know exists because you can't see it.
The invisible prison?
Oh, no, it's there, but you don't perceive it as a prison, so it don't exist.
Ooh.
They say New York was built to simulate their ideal. That's why they the first to do shit and the rest follows.
Like with that mice test that they did, and then they learned about what it would do to people if you stack a lot of people in one building confined.
That's a whole nother experiment, but yeah.
That was crazy.
What I'm talking about is they built New York City and got people indoctrinated to think this is the thing. So you don't want to leave that.
There's so much going on in the city. So many options.
You would break your mama's neck to get and live in New York, not knowing it's a prison. And if you don't believe it's a prison, go to New York, drive to New York. I bet they charge you to get in there.
Ooh, now that's deep. Cause they definitely
charge to get out. And we don't even want to talk about the word charge, do we?
The word charge that.
Charge.
Yeah.
Yeah, you call a charge. You got to pay. We charging you. Hey, did you do the interview for me? How much you gonna charge me? That's what it means. Because we operating in what they call maritime law. That's the law of the sea, which is commerce. You understand what I'm saying?
That's deep.
That's why you got to have a driver's license. You don't have to, but they say you got to have a driver's license because driver means you hustling. You a driver. That's why they gave it a name. You indulging in commerce. You making money some type of way. When you get into commerce, you get your LLC and all that shit. That's your license to operate and do commerce, right? And your driver's license is the same thing. But if you understand that, when they pull you over, they're gonna take you to jail. But you can beat the shit because you don't have to have a license if you just traveling. I ain't even much trying to make no money. I'm going to get something to eat. Traveling. I'm not in commerce. And they know that, but they know that you don't know that.
It's a lot of little laws.
Like think about,
like
okay, I'm a convicted felon. Because I got caught with guns, weed and shit. But now the shit legal. Right?
Well, did you have a license to carry?
Listen what I'm saying. If you change the goddamn law, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, the law say now that I don't need a license to carry. Take that off my record.
That's true.
But that go back to the bill and showing exposing the justice system. Exposing the system.
Big elephant in the room. The justice system, the education system, the justice system.
They all
The
operate
systems.
like the Masons on every level. The reason you don't know that is because it's a low level. You low level
Low level.
in the system. You ain't never heard no nigga tell you they boule? Because
And the boule is here.
that means
And they up there.
that means that's a rank. You know what I'm saying?
That's a rank
Yeah, in the system.
in the system.
So you ain't got no rank. You got to go through the gatekeepers to move up. But do you want to move up in that? If you know that that's the system that got his knee on your neck, why would you put gas in that car? Which we all do just by even participating in anything that ain't ours.
That's deep.
You can point your finger at whoever you want or how they do their thing, but you ain't no better. I mean, technically, your intent, it's about coming from the heart with shit at the end of the day.
Yeah,
But-
this is true.
When they was first started shipping shit over here from other places, rum and cocaine, get what they were shipping? Sugar, coffee, all that shit was dope. Now it's legal.
Now that's
See, what they do when it become a problem, they don't fix the problem, they just make a loophole so the nigga who is in trouble ain't in trouble. Unless it's you.
unless it's you, the lower class.
Well, the bronze people, the copper colored people, y'all ain't citizens no way. They allow y'all to pretend to be a part of this. And if they tell y'all that y'all ain't, everybody will quit work and that don't work for them. Okay, there's some people that are citizens that wouldn't agree with that either. And that's the divide and conquer right there. Cause them people sleep, so they don't know no better. They sleep. Their intentions are good, but they sleep.
Dang.
And everything in front of you, outside of yourself, is part of the sleeping pill.
It's part of the sleeping pill. Now,
All of it.
Yes.
All that cute shit you like to do with your kids. Disneyland and all this shit. Sleep.
Really? And people love to spend time with their children and create those memories, those lifelong
And I
lasting
get it,
memories.
because I know shit that I wish I didn't know, and it bothers me all the time. I'd rather be sleeping. But once you wake up, you can't go back to fucking sleep.
Yeah.
And see, it's some people that think they woke. See, okay, you sleeping on the couch. Wake up, London. What? So, you hear me and shit, right? But you ain't really aware of nothing. You woke, but you ain't aware. You know?
Yeah.
And we got people in different, you know, stages of their journey or their awakening, and they don't know what's what yet.
Yeah.
So we got to stop being condescending to people that we don't think are as aware as we are.
Yeah,
Because
condescending.
that ain't helping shit. I mean, we look smart and shit, from smarter than other people and shit, but at the end of the day, I need them just as bad as I think they need me. But it's a hard thing to do, as you can see, is glue people together for a common cause.
Ooh, it's difficult, Lord.
The only common cause we
It's so
get together for is sleep.
The only common cause we can get together for is sleep. Like, talking about the reality shows and all the girls at the strip club and what else we talking about? Oh, well, you know, people really work hard towards, like, purchasing homes and property and everything because that's going to be something they own.
They sleep.
They sleep.
Yeah. It's loopholes to their paperwork. And if we playing their game, we can't be sleep. Because at the end of the day, they know you sleep because they wrote it up that way. So when you go to put your name on shit, they would have gave you that paper if they could. Let me tell you something. You go buy a car. You got a loan, then you steal that car. That ain't your goddamn car. That ain't your goddamn house. You better believe some of that paperwork is a loophole in there for take that shit. And if you think I'm lying and you own the house, go do your research. Tell me I'm wrong. I don't mind being wrong. I want to be wrong. I hope you own that shit. You do own it, because you say so. I'm with that. But you know what I mean. If you decide to deal with the devil, nigga, he coming back for that ass. Ass Bill, God.
Ooh.
And everybody on this girl, her name is Sha'Carri Robinson.
Oh, yes, the track runner who qualified for the Olympics. Was
Qualified for the Olympics.
really exciting.
Ain't she like the fastest woman?
Yes.
Or some shit.
Yeah. She hawked everybody down.
So
I ain't seen that in a while.
with orange hair and big ass lashes, just think about it, she had to took that shit off.
Oh, yeah.
So you know she a bad motherfucker.
She
Kill
has
him
a
with that
long hair.
bullshit on. You know what I'm saying? Cause they suspended her for 30 days
Yeah.
for marijuana.
It's against the policy
It's rules.
and the rules for the Olympics, right?
It's against the rules. So that's that.
But it's legal in
That's another argument. Right?
19 states, including the state in which she tested positive in.
So shall we expose the system even more? But from what I heard, she gonna be able to run because her sentence gonna be up by.
That she accepted the suspension,
Yeah.
so she went ahead and took that so she could get back to doing what she do.
But they knew that girl smoked reefer, man.
How did they know that?
Listen, man. You think Michael Jordan used to get in trouble? No. He the cash cow. Why would we do that? We ain't in our feelings about her smoking weed. We got a goal. Right?
What's the goal?
Whatever their goal is, her job was to win the goddamn race. Ain't she doing that?
Yeah.
So, she been smoking weed. They trying to say, okay, her mama passed recently, you know.
Yeah.
And she might have been mourning. From what I understand, she smoked weed. If her mama didn't die, she smoked weed. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's like legal and shit. But what they did, they had to do the thing to her. Cause she, you know, she's a little cocky, arrogant. She fucking superwoman. You know what I'm saying? She feeling herself.
Yeah.
And that's a message they don't want her to convey to the girls that look like her.
Oh, now that's deep.
And we can really say look like her. We're talking about orange hair and big ass lashes. Shit. They do not want that message to those girls who wear that.
They don't want them that confident and arrogant. They already are, right?
Who listening to them? As opposed to who listening to her.
Yeah.
She got the influence. They don't give a fuck what I say. I have no influence. They give a fuck what Bill Cosby do and say. So
Ooh.
they had to deflate her ego a little bit.
Deflate the ego.
They just had to make sure she understood where the fuck she was at. Cause everybody, you can say what you want to say about weed legal and it ain't really shit. It ain't gonna stop her from running. They ain't been stopping her from running. Woo, 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 woo. But the truth is, that's their game. They already let you wear your orange. They could have easily told you couldn't wear that shit.
Yeah, because I don't recall. I mean, I don't know.
They just some girls on the swim team.
It's cool now, but I'm talking about like maybe 10, 20 years ago. You couldn't do that.
So some girls on the Olympic swim team got some, what the thing they put on their hair?
That look like braids.
No, not them niggas. I saw that too.
That was crazy.
I don't know what that was. They got a thing they can wear the swim in that's made for their natural hair. It's made for their hair. You know what I'm saying? And they were like, nah, y'all can't wear that. But she can wear that orange shit on her head.
Wow, they can't wear that?
No, they told them no.
Man.
But it's they game. Like how you gonna get mad about they rules in they game? You knocked on they door to play.
It seems like the rules.
Go home. Don't come on my house play this. This how I go over here. You gotta take your shoes off.
So in this grand scheme of life, it just seems like the rules change on different levels within the game. So it's like little mini games going on within the game. The
Fact.
Full game. Ooh, Lord.
See, what the naked eye don't really see is all this shit is made out of pixels. All this is pixels. So then when you get down to the smallest pixel that your eye can see, there's pixels inside of that pixel. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It just deeper and deeper until some people say it's finite, some people say it's infinite. I don't know, but like it'll get down to a particle where that's the smallest you can get.
Mm-hmm. So that takes you into like the Ant-Man from Marvel Comics, where they go into the quantum physics realm and they take you down to those smallest levels, and then they also can enlarge you. So if it's anything that's that small,
You
then
can't see it.
there's also something that's definitely larger than what we could see.
Yeah.
So it has to be what?
Why you think we can't see the whole Earth sitting right here? Because we ain't big enough to grasp all them pixels. We inside of that pixel.
It's something out there.
Is it?
It's something out there that's planet size out there.
Well.
Up there past everything that we know. It's dark out there. But if you ever go out there, it's something out there
It got to be dark.
that's bigger than a planet.
That's where thoughts even come from.
But has hands and an arm that's the size of a planet. It's out there, y'all.
How you know how big a planet is?
See, and that's the thing.
What if a planet is an infinite plane?
A planet is an
So
infinite
you can't
plane.
even see the beginning or end because there is no beginning or end. It just is. It comes out of darkness like a thought. How you think thoughts? Well, you don't think about them, but think about something. Just think. Just is, man. That's the best way I can explain it.
How do you think thoughts?
Just think them, don't you?
And thoughts change.
Of course, but you don't think about thinking.
But I do.
That's thinking. How you thought about thinking about things? You know what I'm saying? It's bouncing off of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
From the darkness, boom. You know, shit.
that's deep.
But you got any things popping up that you want people to know about?
As always, make sure that you go ahead and check out your girl London Taj on Classic Conversations via Facebook. We are here to do your personal interviews virtually, in person. We also show up to events, capture some footage for you, put it out there for the world to see, along with many other services that you can find listed on our official platform. That is Classic Conversations on Facebook, classic.conversations on IG. And if you're feeling really good, you can follow me, London Taj, on IG.
And shout out to my man Allen at Freddy's Pharmacy. And y'all know where to find me. We out this piece.
Hit 'em with the Shango, ain't finna tango. Niggas in the flesh, you got me confused with 8-0s. Darkness the light, God shine like Mako, cause the universe say so, not the laws of the Anglo. Cold horns on my halo, demigods on my payroll. Black tea, no dashiki, and my jury come from Cairo. Holy fire blazing, wine tasting the libations. Lower vibrations, filling the guard through my gate. Cosmic cocaine, crystallization, supply patience. COD, I got an issue with my patience. GOD, my first eye is dilating from psychedelic shrooms like boom, the sky painted. Created and I fade to black like I faded. Time really don't exist, it's always die, ain't it? So maybe all this new shit we doing is really ancient. Through a reality, God created Christ and Satan.
Why I need a problem with you? I keep a problem with me. I ain't really caught up on sides. Just let me ride my city seat, holding the guy that she thick. Winking